make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run.
This is just for safety. I promise you.
And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the match. You're trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, those are tough passes. You start throwing those balls towards the sidelines. It's a longer throw for the quarterback to make, and I think that's what you see. The majority of the misses for guys. The majority
Intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty and it's a turnover.
Says defensive backs don't have hands. Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down and you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching.
Never say well, he'll say things.
With the running game on first down, now back at it.
When stuff like when people get on your nerves, like,
I'm
pop this baby, or, not no serious, I thought off the bridge,
Right back to the line.
I've never had an issue with hurting him. Don't do it now.
Right back to the well. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job
he
by
does
the
that
offense.
type of stuff. He plays handsome. That's why I make him because he does that. So instead of you putting your hands on him, get out to avoid the situation. But instead of you putting your hands on him, you
hit
kill
at the
him.
end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw, it's Leonard. He works that one in nicely. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
I did this intentionally. I just pulled off, but that's all, bro. Nothing more, nothing less, bro. I had no orthopedic, nothing, or no night.
An autopsy later revealed that the cause of death for 8-month-old Pablo Kai Golden was the lacerations of the brain, blunt impact to his head, and fractures of his skull as a result of being run over. The facts are all the more tragic given that the chain of events began with a dispute over approximately $8.
Notre Dame will have a first down. No huddle here for the offense.
The manner of death was ruled homicide.
Here's the deal. You want being arrested? Okay. We're going to take you across the street right now. Okay?
To the ground. He's got it again. Continuing to turn and move forward. They're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Yeah, this coaching staff are getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays. They're getting chunks of yardage.
The gift to the back. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the change for a first down.
Well, that's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Aaron Parseghian, Newt Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, wearing the defense down, running the football when they know you're going to do it. This is Notre Dame football to a T. Beautiful.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
And she is now, as John and I went to talk, she was there. She wanted to talk with me. She said she has 2 additional witnesses total of 3 that she like Cornita Cole, and 2 of whom
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
December 5.
Now they're going to
It's
throw
too
it.
soon, but they can
Grabbed
find
over the
December
middle. It's
12th.
Bond.
December 12th.
And they'll
After
finally
entering a
catch
plea
up
of
to
not
it, but
guilty,
not
he
before
wrote a
a
letter to the
big
judge,
chunk of
stating,
yardage is picked
"Nobody
up.
has even considered
go
how I
hurry
feel
up
about my
here.
own son." The rest of the letter describes his mother's poor medical condition and his
From the
desires
gun,
to
he
be with
leaves
her
it with
and
the
his
back.
only remaining child.
They'll rip
In
off 8
September
on that play. It's
2025,
2nd and 2.
he changed his plea to guilty
Man,
to
nice job by the
aggravated
running back,
manslaughter of a
finding
child in the
space,
death of
getting
his son,
downhill,
8-month-old
making a good
Pablo
run.
Kai Golden.
Great job
The
finishing
charge
those
of
passes.
vehicular homicide was
In
dropped.
the red area,
Before
it's Bond.
sentencing, he wrote
They
a
bring him
second letter
down,
to
and
the
he's gonna
judge,
lose a yard
claiming
on
the
that
tragic
one.
incident that
They're at
happened
their
with my son was
fastest
an
tempo
accident.
trying to get off
He
this
also
3rd
argued
down
that sending
play.
him to prison would endanger his life due to the notoriety of his case. He continued his plea stating, "My life hangs in the balance of your
Quarterback
hands.
checking off.
I'm asking you to help me." He remains in custody while awaiting sentencing,
Looking
which
downfield,
is
it's
scheduled
Leonard.
for December 1st,
It's
2025.
complete to the left.
He faces a
Makes the
maximum of
grab, and
30
it's
years
enough
in
for the
prison.
first down before he's dragged to the ground. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Feels like it's been an eternity since we've had a romance
They'll
movie
dial
that
up
just
the
hits
run on
different.
1st and
But
goal.
luckily for us, that
One
drive is
step
now
grab,
over.
two-step
Say hello to
squeeze.
your
This
UFC
junior knows how to
time,
get him on the
824's
ground.
Eternity.
They'll
Let's
try to
blow
kick it
that.
into
Before I spill
overdrive.
the tea on the
Clock's running,
concept, which
second
is
down coming.
absolutely wild, by the way, we have to talk about this cast because stunning, iconic, and ridiculously talented does not even
He's
begin
looking
to
to throw.
describe it. We are talking Elizabeth Olsen, Miles Teller, and Callum Turner in a full-blown love triangle. That is an overload of talent, bone structure, and chemistry if you were keeping count. And with every good round, you need a little calm. So they brought in Davine Joy Randolph and John Early, who do exactly that. If you haven't watched the trailer yet, let me paint you a picture. This whole movie takes place in the afterlife, but not in like a spooky ghost kind of way, in like a beautifully reimagined kind of way. Our 3 main characters arrive at a celestial train station where they need to decide what eternity to go to and who they want to go with. Davine and John play afterlife coordinators to help them decide. There are tons of eternities to choose from. We're talking Beach World, Paris World, Workout World, you name it, they're selling. But the kicker is Elizabeth Olsen's character needs to decide
in the murder trial of former pageant queen Trinity Pogue, heard from law enforcement and people who personally knew Pogue and the father of 18-month-old Romeo Jackson Angeles. Pogue is accused in Angeles' death. WALB News 10's Taylor Lewis has been monitoring this case out of Suffolk County today. And Taylor, what did we learn today?
Law enforcement testified for the state about messages uncovered during a forensic analysis of Pogue's cell phone. The prosecutor asked UBI agent Samantha Ford Ford testified that on January 14th, 2024, while at the hospital in
I got the #1 team just to be asked.
how can the brain control fracture go unnoticed? How to deactivate Facebook, along with other searches related to infant brain bleed and what causes infant brain damage. Agent Ford also read messages recovered from the phone. One message sent on December 9th, 2023 at 10:36 p.m. to a group of girls in her residence hall said, "Y'all, I'm sorry if y'all hear this baby cry. He does not feel well. So everything he does, he cries about it. I promise I ain't killing him." She then read another message sent to her boyfriend around 11:24 p.m. on December 10th, 2023.
Jay, I don't know if I can do this anymore. This weekend was a struggle for me, and I don't know what to do. I love you so much that letting JD hit the wall and see the damage it did really hurt me, and it just lets me know that I don't have JD's best interest at heart. Every time I see him, I cry. I cry because he looks like me, just like you, and a part of me wishes he wasn't yours. I cry because I realize that you and someone else share something so sweet, and that's love for him. I cannot be around him anymore.
The defense requested a mistrial shortly after saying they did not have access to the criminal history of the child's father. The judge did not grant this motion, and trial is still underway. If convicted, Pogue faces a life sentence. We will be following this trial closely, and updates can be found on WALB.com. In the studio, I'm Taylor Lewis.
All right. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. All praise to the Most High, man. I'm going to show you a little bit more of the testimony from the friends of Trinity Cole.
Nigga, 2 pick 6 shoot. Same nigga. That's crazy.
He had forced that young big man. Trinity Cole was a student at, I think, Georgia Southwestern University or whatever. She was 18 and just young man. He's 24 and he was dating a white girl. Can't leave that out, the racial dynamics. But during the time that they were dating,
You wouldn't got a number 1 team to really do that, bro. Seriously, bro.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Towards his son. Now he had this baby with another girl. This jealous, evil creature would be jealous. The baby was showing the father affection. And you heard right there how they're trying to paint her as the victim. First of all, they're saying that they want a mistrial because the defense didn't have access to the father's criminal record. Like his criminal record is on trial. He's on trial. Oh, he's a criminal, so she couldn't have did this to the child. Now, the story goes that he went to the store to get a pizza. When he came back from the store to get a pizza, even before he came back, she called him and said the child is not breathing. And then when he gets there, he sees the child is vomiting. He takes the child to the emergency room. The child got all sorts of trauma, blood force, liver damage. And her story is the age-old story that the child fell off the bed. But investigators, hospital staff said no, these injuries are not consistent with their type of fault. And so they initially charged her, then she bonded out. Like this girl bonded out, and then her lawyer is saying that she is the victim in this case. The reason why is that the police somehow jumped to conclusions about her guilt. Yeah, you're the last person in possession of a victim of that age, of course, you are going to be the one that they look at. Just listen to this testimony. There's a lot of testimony that can play, but I'm just going to play this one part from her friend that details some of the language that this evil white girl was using towards this child. Just watch.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and if you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
To the air, it's Gabriel. Quick strike complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and lift him.
Finds his man. It's Whittington. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Dialing up the second down pass play. And it slips through his fingers incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Man, this defense takes tons of pride in their pass defense. They've got athletes on the back end that can break on the ball, and they've got hands too. We've seen them pluck 3 picks already. They almost got another one there.
Throws to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
Not the game, man.
Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they
take into its service.
And this
House Targaryen. Targaryens, incestuous aliens in Tywin. Okay, and that's the message that's at the top of page 114 of that printout.
Yes, sir.
What does that message say?
It says, why do I feel anger towards JD? Like earlier when we were in bed and JD kept touching Jay's face, I almost cried.
your response to that, which came again just a few seconds later.